Time for divine shot, KJ events. This real talk's the brand. You understand how we do, my man. I'm on that Friday night Knicks shit, dripping in Knicks shit. Up in the world, most famous arena with the click. That's the conglomerate. The Knicks real talk, the real prominent. I'm a bit like the Omicron variants, dominant. Paying homage to the cats in the chat. That's where it's at. Cause I'm hearing that you don't care for hyperbole, we straight facts. Being to right with the mob, the gods. Up in the pod, the squad, with the side. But I to rob you on the job, my energy. Feeling tripping in 10 books. As they cook my game plan, and my brand for loot and pursuit. Going hard like the New York City gritty committee. Cause that's the things we ain't always pretty, but we all stay giddy. And we embrace the fan base like the late Anthony Mace. We trace the logo when there's space that appear like square space. Staring down on the Chase Bridge, look at that Knicks City drip. And City decks on the court, looking pretty legit. I say true to the orange and blue. I thought you knew for him a few bars to shine like stars divine to Mount Mars. Knicks real talk. Here we go, let's go.
Knicks real talk right here. I'm representing
Knicks real talk.
right here. Let's get it.
Here we go, let's go.
We here in the building.
Knicks real talk.
Let's get it.
Here we go, let's go.
Yeah, for real. Yes, sir.
Knicks real talk.
We here.
Here we go,
in the
let's go.
building. Knicks real talk. Let's get it. Let's get it. Yeah, for real. Yes, sir.
Let's get it. Yeah, what's going on, everybody? Salute, salute, salute. Game day, we in the building. Divine shot, Knicks real talk game day. Knicks and Cavaliers up in Ohio. Let's go get it popping. Let's get it lit. Salute to the chat and everybody. First and foremost, salute to Knicks Morning Brew for having us on today. Thank you, my man Hag, Jay, Phil. Thank y'all. Great show. They enjoyed every bit of it. Appreciate that. Back at the game, man. We got a big game tonight. This is another big game for a lot of reasons. Win the night, the Nets lose the night. We get closer to our destination, and that's the NBA playoffs, man. So hopefully we get in there tonight, get it popping. We know we obviously downplay. We go over that and itinerary everything. But first and foremost, let me holler at my brother Shaw Power. Shaw, what's popping?
Salute to the chat. Salute to you, Divine. Salute to you, Divine, as always. Let's get it.
Yes, get it, man. Salute everybody. Welcome in the building. JJ, the chat. Salute big task at hand. What's good down? Jeff Woods, P Nice, Pud representing this morning on the coming, man. Appreciate that. But salute everybody, man. Gonna be another Friday night Knicks. You know what I mean? Doing it just to get there. But we're gonna be in Ohio tonight. So let's see if we can go down here and get this game, man. I want this game big time. Not only they get closer to their goals, I made mine. 45 wins. Boom. Locked it up. So I'm hoping that we can get that in here tonight, man. But it's going to be a good game tonight all around, man. These guys already made the playoffs. I don't know how much energy they might bring out there tonight. Do they really want to go out there and go hard when they know they're already in? I don't think they're going to catch Philly. So we'll see. They might not come out there with their 4-8 game tonight. They might just come out there, well, we already got it locked in. We good. So we just can kind of coast. That's on them. No matter which way they come, we coming harder. So the Knicks got to go out there and play ball tonight. It's going to be fun. We electric up in Chicago, and Cleveland, man. So let's see, Shot Powers. I think the Cats ready. They know what they're up against. They got a man down. The next man got to step up to the occasion. So we're looking at a lot of guys to get opportunities tonight. Get some opportunities to have an impact on the game because Julius Randle went down. So I think it's going to be overall, man, a good test for that. Let's see how they get it.
Yeah, tonight, once again, another big game. If I'm not mistaken, one game clinches us in the playoffs, and two games clinches us in the fifth seed. So big game tonight. You know what I mean? We need 2 games. These guys are already pretty much set at that 4th position. They pretty much know that it looks like possibly that we'll be playing them in the playoffs, and I think they they're already solidified. Knicks can't catch them. No one can catch them to become 4th place. Is it time for them to sit? Are they going to try to push for 3rd place? They have a shot to get 3rd place. They're like a game and a half, 2 games out from 3rd. So I mean, this is a game we need to win. Tonight's victory earns us a playoff. We're playoff bound, and let's get it. I'm psyched up. I'm giddy. I think it's a good chance that we can pull out this win no matter who comes on the floor. I think our guys are going to step up to the bat, and some of these lineup changes that since Julius is going to be down may change the look of how the team moves tonight. So I'm ready to see what happens.
Yeah. It's, I'm gonna look at it as another challenge in the course of a season. It's just another challenge. But and I'm just like Chris got in the chat. Obi, I think he's gonna come to play. The more minutes you play, the better chance you get a better rhythm. You get to put some more production up. I mean, the man get 8 points in 15 minutes. Now, if the kid wind up getting like 25 or something like that, he add a couple more buckets here and there, he might be at that 14, 15. We don't need him to be Julius Randle. We just need Obi Toppin to be Obi Toppin and give us. He's not going to be Julius Randle, but you also that he got the capability. Because if you look at last year when he went down at the end of the season. Julius Randle, Obi Toppin was dropping like 40-something games, triple doubles. He had a really good streak there, so he's got the talent and the qualifications to do it. Let's see if he go out there tonight, man, and do it. But it ain't only about him either. We need iHeart, J Hart, them to step it up another level. We need about a committee tonight. Like we always say. And whoever coming in, man, it's the next man to just go and get it. Let's go in there, play hard, and bring that defense tenacity to the floor. And I think we can get these guys up out of there, man. So I like this squad, man. I've been liking them all year, and even though we've been injured a little bit here or there, but tonight we just go get it, man. I want to see these young boys do Quentin Grimes fire, doing with quickly fired. I mean, these cats are killing it right now. So I think you're gonna be a lot of more opportunities for the guys like Obi and them because Julius is out, and we need our man Julius. We need King Julius to get healthy, get back up in this piece, and we need him bad. So if we can ride this ship until he get healthy. And the guys playing the way they're playing now, especially Quentin Grimes and quickly, I think the Knicks gonna be and Julius Randle get back. I still think we'd be able to get out the first round and do some damage in the second. I think if Quentin Grimes, and I kept saying this, Shop out, if Quentin Grimes keep doing what he's doing, the Knicks is a whole different team. A whole different team. So let's see if all that comes to fruition. But tonight it's gonna be a fun game. I want to see the Knicks go out there, man. I want this one bad for a lot of reasons. Now, I think if they go out there and play hard and do the things you talk about, we talk about on the show, and even with the chat talks about what they need to execute in the game plan, I think they can get this thing tonight.
Yeah, I'm ready to see how Tom Thibodeau leads this team out on the basketball floor. There's a couple we talked in the background about how many different lineups he can come out with tonight. And I mean, and let's see how Tom Thibodeau really, manages his minutes and with the guys on the floor and who's going to get what minutes at what time and what place. You talked earlier about how Tom Thibodeau has been doing the right thing, the last couple of games, changing the way changing his way of playing, way of coaching the basketball team. Who would have ever thought with Brunson being back last game that IQ would end the game the other night. So we've come a long way with this team, man, and this is another part of semi-adversity because now we don't have our third guy in that lineup that's our definites, like we always talk about, 20, 24, 10 and 5 guy in there tonight. So Obi is a big time for Obi to show up and show out tonight. And I mean, this is a great opportunity to showcase what he can do when he gets the minutes. And this first game with him starting to get the minutes may be a little rough. It may be a little rough because he's just breaking into it. But by the next game or so, we might start seeing some of that stuff that we seen last year towards the end of the season. Yeah, I'm hopeful for anything right now. Our guys are really playing some good basketball, man. And the bad thing, we lost Julius Randle, and we're probably going to lose him for about 2 to 3 weeks. But the good thing, if you want to make a caveat to it, is Grimes is starting to come into his own right now. Last couple of games, Grimes been lights out. 25 points, 20 points, 17, 18 points last couple of games. He's starting to shoot more, something that a lot of the fans been talking about, him shooting more. He's getting up about 8 to 10 shots a night. And he's knocking down almost 50% of them from the left side. On the hype tip. But let's see what happens tonight, Devon. I'm happy, and I think the Knicks are going to come out and show out tonight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, real talk. This is Chris. After the itinerary, if you want to get in, I'll throw the link in there. Once we get past the first half of the show, if you're welcome, you're welcome to come in. But yeah, man, I'm like this here. You know what? We've been through these battles all year long. We've been through it at the beginning of the season.
Oh yeah.
All year long, we had adversity all year long, and that's what made me so proud of this team that they took on that adversity and they stood with it. They fought against it. They had guys go back and forth. Mitchell Robinson 2 times, RJ down, Brunson down quite a couple of times. Obviously, our Iron Man went down the other night, man. But you know what? These cats, and even without that was so beautiful about, having RJ, Brunson, and Randall. That's why I thought this team was always going to be good, because if one of our guys was down, we still had 2 studs there. You know what I mean? Or so I think we kind of in that realm right now where early year, RJ went down for a minute. We have Brunson and Randall. The next thing you know, Brunson goes down. We got RJ and Randall. So now we got RJ and Brunson because Randall with that, but we still got two guys on any given night. If they got to go and they could put up 20-something points. And then you bring quickly into the equation who went after like 20 the whole month of whole month of March, and with Grimes certain, so I think we still got enough firepower to withstand anything coming at us, man. I think tonight gonna be the same thing. That's gonna be a big test. But I think the Knicks can beat these boys tonight. They had Julius Randle. I really had them getting it to them. But I still think without Randle tonight, we got enough talent on that team, and we're a pretty deep team that could collectively come together and beat these boys tonight for sure.
I mean, we've seen it all year how these guys bounce back. You know what I mean? In some cases, I wish we'd have bounced back a little quicker. When we win 8 games, we lose 4 or 5 or something like that. We win 2 games, we lose. We lose 2 games and we win 4 games or something like that. I wish the bounce back was a little quicker. Not such a long reign of losses consecutively, but overall, man, we've been playing basketball, man, and we've been stepping up. Every time it was a loss, win, or per se like that, it was one of our guys going down, and we would lose the first one, but and maybe play much better in the second one, and maybe lose that one. But by the third time that unit comes out on the floor, they're intact. The defense is back. They're shooting better. The ball is in more of a rotational movement. The one-on-one play is a little better, a little crisper. People are coming off of coming to the picks. Coming off the double teams good, so we could get easier baskets. So I'm happy to see what the Knicks come out and do tonight, and I believe that the Knicks are going to come out here and really amp it up tonight. They're going to really play harder because their main guy's down. The number 1 guy for the year, the biggest trade of the year for me, Brunson. But the biggest player that we have on the team is surely Julius Randle this year. He's been doing some things that I haven't seen him do in a couple of years. His jump shot this year is, hit or miss, but when he's hitting, he is hitting. And he's throwing the ball down on people. His assists is ticked up in the last couple of games, less turnovers than he usually has. 5, 6, 7 turnovers. Now he's down to 2 or 3.
Your mic, bro. I can't hear you. Excuse me, Shop. I have a little difficulty there. Can y'all hear me? It might. I want to make sure I didn't mute him, but yeah. But anyway, excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. We'll get that together. Apologize for that. But and Shop, when you get your sound, just say something, no matter if I'm talking or not. But yeah, I say that to say this here, man. Johnny, mine's out too. 19 condoms, mine out too. Give me a thumbs up if it is. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Did I do anything wrong here? Shop Power, say something. Can you hear me? Oh, he said I'm good. Okay. All right, Shaz, we can't hear you. But yeah, anyway, man, get back to the topic. I look at it this way here. We got this team is a good team. They play tonight. I'm not taking it for granted. We ain't saying that Cleveland is a slouch or anything like that. So I wouldn't say that, but I do think the way this team is built, that we got a lot of multiple guys can switch multiple positions. I call it like like 1 could play the 2, 2 could play the 3, 4 could play the 5, whatever, you know what I mean? So we just got a lot of guys who could play different positions. And I think tonight, without Randle, you get to see Tom Thibodeau, if he need to, use his whole arsenal tonight. You know what I mean? That means Jericho Sims, that means McBride, if that what it takes to get the win. I think we still good though. We got a real deep team there, man. We really do. And guys like McBride and Sims who itching to get the minutes because they're young. We believe they should be getting, but because we a playoff contending team, They just got to, wait their turn. So I'm not concerned about tonight. What I do like about that Obi Toppin thing, if he plays in the starting lineup tonight, what I do like is when he got there in the perimeter, he out there, Brunson out there, Grimes out there.
You hear me, Divine?
Yeah, I hear you now, brother.
Okay.
Good. And then Grimes out there. Then you got RJ out there. You got that team spread out. I mean, literally spread out. Obi can hit the corner and he need to. Grimes on that side, RJ and Brunson, and you got Mitchell Robinson down there. Now all they got to do is go downhill when they have the opportunity. Them guys are not on a perimeter, not great perimeter defenders, at least the guards. So I think they can get the bully ball game going, bring that center to them, and make Mobley and them guys chase these boys tonight. I think this is going to be a pretty good one right here, man. Different style. I think it might be a different style of play for the Knicks tonight that we know they can play it, but they don't do it a lot. But they did it since Jay Hart been here running up and down the floor, getting the pace that you like to talk about, and which is needed, which is mandatory. But now tonight, this might be that time where you see the Knicks come out the gate running. Like the ball come off the rim, Mitchell Robinson give to Jalen Brunson, Jalen Brunson outlet pass to Obi or RJ. Grimes right there trailing at a three-point shooter. They could be interested tonight. I'll put it like that. And it might be something we might, that it might be good to see. You know what I mean? Let's see if Obi starts. It might be IQ. Like Shaw Powell said, a good one. Shaw Powell said, move RJ to the 4. Bring quickly Grimes and Jalen Brunson and move RJ to the 4. That would be you talking about an up and down squad. And then you still got Jay Hart and Obi coming off the bench, maybe with Deuce McBride.
Correct.
And Jay Hart. I mean, and I Hart.
Mm-hmm.
And then once Mando quickly goes back, RJ Barrett plays with the second unit if he has to. But so I still think we got enough firepower tonight, man, to get it popping, man. So let's hope that it all comes to fruition tonight. The game is lit. We lit. You know what I mean? We've been lit all day. Salute to the Brew Crew. What it do? Salute to the fam, man. Thank y'all for this, like I said, for having us on today, man. Y'all make sure y'all get those people in the building. Phil, Project Heck, and Jay and be doing it, man. I'm salute to you guys, man. Real talk. Thanks for the love. Yeah, man. But I'm looking for this thing tonight. If these boys go out there tonight and just execute, but play with that tempo and hit them free throws tonight, it's gonna be a good chance Knicks walking out of there, man, with a win. And like I said earlier, them cats kind of done clinched their playoff spot now, and I think they 2.5 games away from Philly. I don't think they're gonna catch Philly. I don't think they're gonna catch them. So they might not come out there with a sense of urgency. Like they don't have a sense. If they lose this game, it ain't gonna make or break them no one way or the other because they stay already in the playoffs. So sometimes when you already locked in somewhere, you kind of take off. You take your brakes off. You put your brakes on. You relax a little bit, and next thing you know, the energy ain't there, and then cats run up on you and give you the business because that definitely can happen tonight. If these cats don't come out there with a sense of urgency, the Cleveland Cavaliers, I think the Knicks are killing them.
Shut it down. I think it's going to be something similar to that, Devon, too, because, like you said, they already pretty much clinched the fourth position. We already know that we're going to be more than likely. It looks like projected that it's going to be us playing them. Why waste all your energy now? Get out there first quarter, second quarter, see where it's at. See if you can. If you have a lead, then you go and try to win the game. But if you don't have a lead, you ain't trying to win for nothing. We don't need you to go out there and get hurt. You see what happened? They already got one of their guys down. They do not need nothing for Donovan Mitchell to go down before the playoffs. So they may shut it down second half, especially if we get out and run, push the pace on them tonight. If we get out and run and push the pace, and by halftime we're up, up 10, 12, 14 up, they may come in third quarter to get in there and see if they can chip at the lead. But if they don't make a real dent in the lead, they may shut it down and not give us the game, but not play their main players because they want to keep them fresh for what's coming up in the coming season.
Yeah, real talk, man, no question. But yeah, so it's gonna be a really good test. Like I said, this is a precursor, man. This is the jump off to the jump off.
Right.
So we got to go in there and let them know this is because believe it or not, for us it is a playoff game. It might not be a playoff game, but the intensity and the need of the win. I think how big the win is like a playoff game to us. Only different ain't win or go home. You know what I mean? It's that, but we need to win. We want that win in the worst way for a lot of reasons. You know what I mean? Standings. Getting closer to our goal, doing it for Julius Randle,
right.
letting Mitchell know you a brother. Y'all, even though Donovan Mitchell ain't a Knick, but in the heart, he's one of us because him and Quickly, them good guys. We wanted him here, but don't get it twisted. That now he's for the night and to the rest of the season, he's the enemy. No pun intended. You know what I mean? He could do, but now he's going up against the orange and blue. So we want to give it to him in the worst way. So, and we got to go out there and play tonight. And I think we're going to come out there and execute the game plan. These New York Knicks know what they need this game for. They need this game to say, okay, we're getting closer. And I'm telling you now, you best believe the Knicks are coming to the house playing hard tonight. 22-16 on the road. Good resiliency on the road. I can't underestimate shot powers. Two, 3 weeks ago, Jalen Brunson goes down on the West Coast trip against in the game against Sacramento. We lose to, but we come back with the resiliency, beat up the Lakers, beat them other cats, got in Portland, got up out there. And now we need that same thing with Julius Randle. Julius Randle going down. We need Brunson them and RJ them to do what they did on that West Coast trip. That was like, to me, defining moment of the season when Jalen Brunson went down and we survived that road trip with that 500 record, 2-2. I think that pretty much was a turning point for me. Like these guys is really in this thing to get in here. So I think they got that intensity tonight, man. I hope they get it, man. Real talk. That's going to be a good one tonight. Salute to the chat, man. Salute to everybody in the chat. The Brew Crew, y'all know the door's open. Give me a thumb if you want to get in, or you just showing some love in the chat. I understand, but if you want to come in, just give me a thumb, and the door's open, my brother. But if not, we appreciate you doing the help in the background. Brew Crew, real talk, man. Thank y'all so much. And salute to the rest of the chat: Fabian, Johnny Davis, JJ, 19 Con, Ill, Matrix, Jet for Life, NYC, B-Ball 08, my man. Andrew, salute to you as well. Let me call the chat out because that's where it's at. P Nice was holding it down all day with us. P Nice, appreciate you, brother, always. And everybody, man. So we in the building. Knicks will talk game day. Divine Shaw, Knicks up in Chicago. Cleveland, this is for you. This butt whooping we about to get y'all. That's what it is. So let's get it tonight, man. That's what be fun. I'm hyped about this thing, man. It's like that Miami game, Shot Powers. I'm hyped about this game, just like that Miami game. Let's go get these boys the business. That's all I can say. No other way I can say.
You said it, Divine best, man. This game is big for many different reasons. Right. One, what I mean? One for positioning. This one game can I believe solidifies us as being at least a 6th seed in the playoffs this year. And I mean, this is another game to win because we move farther away from Brooklyn. You know what I mean? And Miami, I don't think Miami, this win tonight, Miami, who would play tonight? Miami or Brooklyn? One of them play tonight. If they lose, Brooklyn plays tonight, Atlanta, I think. Yeah, so this is I think they play Atlanta tonight. So we get the win tonight, and Brooklyn loses tonight against Atlanta because they're playing for something. You know what I mean? Trying to get somewhere, you know what I mean? And this changes up the whole everything. You know what I mean? It makes it actually makes it almost a lot for us, you know what I mean? One win from us and a loss from them, you know what I mean? That's 3. Well, we got them by 2.5 games. That's 3.5 games with 5 games left. It's pretty hard to do, you know what I mean? That's pretty hard to do.
Hey, we do that now. It'd be 4 games left. It's over.
It's for Brooklyn, right?
For us, it'd be 4 games left in the season.
And 4 games left in the season for us. And Brooklyn, I think, has a game tonight. They have almost the same. They play almost every game. Every day we play. I think one day next week we play Wednesday and they play Thursday or vice versa. But I think we play tonight. They play tonight. They play Monday. We play Monday. You know what I mean? If I'm not mistaken. And then during the week, I think we play Thursday and they play Wednesday or something like that. You know what I mean? That's like almost the end of the season by then.
Yeah, Mike Vick. To answer your question, I still think it'll be a good win because we down our dude. You know what I mean? We down an all-star, all NBA. So in a sense, I think it'll still be a legit win because we need it, man. I don't care if we playing a bunch of 5th graders. You do the job of to beat them, joking. So I think it'll be legit, Mike Vick. I really do.
That's my brother. Mike Vick. That's my brother.
Yeah, but Mike, I think it'll be a legit win, man. I think we need to win them regardless of what. And you play who in front of you. And I like I said, we down Julius Randle, so I think it still might to me pan out the same, because they didn't have their guys out, then it'd be a disadvantage to us because we don't have Julius Randle. So to spank them without Julius Randle, even when they got I think it's even kill. I think it's pretty much even. They got guys out, we got a superstar out, pretty much. So let's see how it goes, man. But we want that W one way or the other. Let's get that thing popping tonight. and this should be on fire, just like the chat, man. You know, we're gonna be up in here, man. So I'm looking forward to that guard matchup tonight, Shaw Powers, that point guard and that shooting guard matchup tonight. I'm gonna look for that. We're gonna get into that, man. Let me bring the itinerary up real quick. Listen,
let me say one thing. Let me say one thing to my brother real quick. It's the win tonight, just because they don't really have key players out, because they have Donovan Mitchell and he can win the game for you by himself. So they have their center that's out. That's a big thing for them. And or Koro or something like that, you know, which is a defensive minded guy. You know, he's pretty defensive minded, but they're not make a break for them to be quote unquote key players. And now if it was Donovan Mitchell was out, that's a key player.
Yeah, real talk. Yeah, so I think it's gonna be fun, man. We're gonna go in and we're gonna get it tonight. So let's get it, man. Let's look at the starter line of the injury report, the tail of the tape, see how the numbers match up. Don't go nowhere. It's Knicks Real Talk Game Day, Divine Shot and Chat.
Get it.
Let's get it, man. Here go the itinerary for the night. Y'all said it out, and then we'll be right back after go off, man. Please. Salute, man. Knicks Real Talk Game Day, Divine Shot. You just seen that, man. They're going to itinerary for the night. Numbers look pretty even. Then we smashed him on the rebounds. Obviously, like we should beat a lot of teams. That's amazing for them to have 2 7-footers like that. We out rebounding in the season. That's pretty interesting. So that's good. They have 3-point balls, but they about a point better from the 3-point line. But they don't score. They score 112, something like that. We score 116, so we score pretty well. So I really want to see. We got a good chance of winning this thing tonight. Shot Powers. I just think it's so important we go out there and play tonight. So it's going to be a lit game tonight. We lit up in here. Let's get it, man. It's going to be a fun one out there at the Chicago, man. We're a good road team, resilient on the road this year. We done beat some good teams on the road, so this should be no exception to the rule. We need to go in there and execute the game plan tonight and get it popping. Let's do it.
Yeah, I seen today earlier. Salute to Sim for a show earlier today. I seen he had a up that the matchup, you know, against each other, our scoring is pretty much similar to the way the breakdown is, but our scoring is lower. I think it was 101. We averaged both teams. We both rebound the basketball pretty well, you know what I mean? So the team is pretty well matched up, you know what I mean? So I'm looking forward to the way we come out tonight and play some basketball. And I'm glad Brunson came back last game, because he got a little bit of run, a little bit of burn in his chest, opening up his chest again, starting to try to do his moves again and stuff like that. So tonight he should be a little sharper than he was last game. Last game he wasn't, as sharp as we are used to seeing him. But you know, he got out there and played basketball, and I think tonight he'll get out and play basketball. Another big game, you know what I mean? He wants to showcase and show light too. So let's see how the Knicks come out and perform tonight. Like I said, I'm not saying that I'm hoping I want a 48-minute game, you know what I mean? But I think if we control the game by second half, especially if we dominate, if we're up high double digits, I think I don't want to say pack it in, but I think they already established, you know, what they have. They may want to beat us just because, you know, we may be the team that we going up against, and they are out some players, some of their big man, and that the Koro, I think his name is, that other dude. He's a pretty good defensive guy, you know what I mean? So let's see what happens, man. I just believe that I'm not sure what lineup Tom Thibodeau is going with. We may see something different from Tom Thibodeau. Ever since he had that beard, he has been changing minds and at every angle, you know what I mean? From that 11-man rotation down to a solid 9-man rotation that has us 11 games over 500 this year.
Yeah, real talk. Yo, salute to everybody. Chris, I don't know what happened to you. You might have went out, but come back in. Jigga, what's popping, my man? Jigga in the building, man. The Knicks morning brew. Go get a cup of that good brew down there in the morning, man. They got some good flavor down there. They be getting their thing off down there. We real talk, man. Like I said, the thing is in there. We want to get on. We're gonna keep it. We're gonna open it up tonight, man. Open up the panel. Chris was in here. Hopefully she get back in. But I'm excited about tonight. Big game in a lot of ways. Let's go down here and execute the game plan, man. And do what we need to do. We can win this game, no question about it. I have no doubt in my mind the Knicks can win this game tonight. They go out there and play the style of ball they're supposed to play. And the first and foremost, just play some defense tonight. The Knicks play defense. They pretty much in any game they play. If our defense is on point tonight, we walk out of Cleveland with a W. I can tell you that much. If our defense play tonight, we haven't been worried about the offense all year. They've been scoring all year. They're good there. But if our defense comes to the forefront tonight, and I think we got a good chance to walk out of there with a good win, man. And I after that Miami game, that impressed me. The Knicks showed me something, man. They, in that Miami game, just the resiliency, the effort, the grit, the dog. Them cats put like this here. We took their best in a desperate situation. They just lost the night before. They just lost the night before to the Toronto Raptors. Then you got to come to MSG, and that means they was coming to play that night. They needed that win, and the New York Knicks gave them cats the business and still missed 12 free throws. So the way they played that night, this team they hard, man. It's a hard team, and I'm expecting that same energy tonight. And I think a couple of games ago, I'm gonna get Chris and G Money up in the building. Real talk, man. But I think we said a game ago if the Knicks beat Miami and Cleveland, that pretty much lets me know them two playoff contending teams that we beat them on time when we needed to beat it and they needed to win. That Miami Heat lost, the Knicks hurt them. Even psychologically, it hurt them. You know what I mean? It hurt dudes, man, when we beat the Miami Heat. They needed that game. These cats in the play-in. You know what I mean? We beat Miami Heat in the play-in the other night. So that's how bad they wanted it. So I'm glad that we was able to prevail them two. And now we beat these guys tonight. I feel good about the playoffs. We just got to hold it down to Julius Randle get back. And we play about committee shot, and now we get it popping. Sister Chris, what's popping? I know I'm ranting. What's going on with you, G Money? What's popping?
Salute. What's going
on? Yeah, man. Big game tonight. What you think, sis? You think we're gonna go in there and try to give them the business tonight, or what?
I think so. I think they have a lot to prove. The energy with Randall was a little off, for whatever reasons on his side. So, Mitch was talking that, he wanted some plays and stuff like that. So everybody's feeling like, they can do it. They can do it without Randall. So tonight is the opportunity to show and prove.
Facts.
Tonight is the opportunity, you get it and you have to ball out. Even with Obi, that's my boy, I'm sure he feels like he should be playing a little more. But tonight is the night to show that you can actually do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The reason why
I'm excited.
Yeah, real talk. G Money, man. Give me tough, man. I think these cats will do it. Give me your analogy on what you think they're gonna do, how they're gonna do it, if they can do it.
I mean, well, salute. Well, New York has put me wrong all year. This team has been resilient all year. I know the Knicks did miss some free throws, but if you actually watch the game, they made their free throws when it mattered the most.
Right.
They actually started off slowly. Right. They started off slowly, missing the first 6 free throws, but they made it when it mattered the most in the second half. Though against Miami, they were quicker to the ball, they were pushing the pace. Josh Hart, Craig Grimes quickly breaking through the teeth of the defense, using the bank shot. I love the baseline cut, the bounce passing from Quigley to Josh Hart for the monster mash. The defense was phenomenal. And if you're the Heat, that was a terrible loss if you're the Heat, because with Randall being gone, Miami just couldn't generate points after they're up by 10. It just, they just looked stuck in the mud. They didn't move the ball. And we just did a good job containing Jimmy Butler, containing Duncan Robinson in the second half, And, I thought we did a good job containing Bam Adebayo, get him out of the paint. I thought we did a great job, watching out for pick and rolls, screen rolls, etc. And I thought we did a great job containing Tyler Hero. So that was big there.
Mhm.
I do think the Knicks will survive the later schedule. Tonight, it's gonna be tough though, because look, this is unless something would have happened here, this is probably be a first round preview. We'll probably see these guys. New York and Cleveland will probably see each other come April 15th or April 16th at more than like at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse in Cleveland though. And I want to throw it out there. Did you know? I think this will be the first ever playoff meeting between the Knicks and the Cavs. I think so. And also, did you know? And that's the thing there. My guess for tonight, even though I do think the Knicks will survive without Randall, I have a feeling tonight. I think we might drop this one though. I think it's going to be an adjustment period without Randall tonight. So I think it will compete, but I think we might drop this one though, because without Randall. I mean, not to make excuses, because again, the Cavs don't have a Corrin and Allen, so we gotta be fair. Cleveland doesn't have a Corrin and Allen, so we can't make excuses though. So gotta play with what you have. But I think without Randall, it's gonna take time for Obi to adjust. It's gonna take time for RJ to adjust and all that. So I think we might drop this game without Randall, but I do think we'll survive the games against the Pacers and the Wizards without Randall going into the playoffs.
To caveat right quick off of what you said too, I said that a little bit earlier. I don't think so much of the other players having a problem. Brunson, RJ, Grimes, and Mitch. I think the way Obi plays will change the look of how the team plays. So Obi will have to be the one that's most have to fit into the scheme than the other players. They could play without Obi, and Obi could just shoot 3-pointers and try to grab some rebounds on defense. If that's the case.
You're going to miss some rebounding with Randall, too. You're going to miss some rebounding and playmaking tonight. That's why I think we might drop this game tonight.
I tell you, me not be much optimistic. First of all, they play in the system. They play in the system. So I'm quite sure they go through this. They go through this in practice, like they go through these scenarios in the course of a season. Sometimes, especially at the beginning of the season, if RJ go down, I'm going to put Obi a green jersey on tonight. Take off, put this guy in a blue jersey. I think because we play a system, I think we'd be okay, because it's just basketball. Put the ball in the hole, you know what I mean? Do whatever.
Run the plays.
Run the plays. And so, because Obi, think about it, Obi stand in the corner and shoot 3-pointers like Randall do.
True.
I think his numbers might be just as good as Randall from the 3-point line this year, to be honest with you. He's playing less minutes, but Obi top knocking him down pretty decent from out there this year. So and Randall does play on the perimeter. And I think, Randall usually could put the ball on a hole and go down to the paint, Chris and everybody. I think Obi Toppin do the same thing. Get the ball, throw it halfway down and go down to the middle. I think that they got similar skill sets. I think Randall just more of a bully, stronger, more aggressive. But
Randall's more of a bully, stronger.
I think, and a shooter, correct. But I think it'll fit in. I'm hoping, but I get your point. You're 100% dead on about that. I think if it wasn't so much like a Tom Tissot system team, I would say it really had an effect on the night. I just think the adrenaline, this game means so much. I think it means so much it don't matter who the hell out there. We got to win this basketball game. And I think like when Brunson go down, they got to get adjusted to Deuce McBride. You know what I mean? It happens that way. If RJ go down, now we got to get adjusted to Josh Hart playing fast and RJ Barrett playing slow. So I think y'all dead on with the adjustments about it. And I do think, I would say it'll make a difference if it was a young team. I mean, a real, like a Houston Rockets or the what I say?
San Antonio Spurs.
Yeah, guys like that, because I think, but these guys is just a
Magic.
Yeah, the Magic.
Pistons.
Yeah, but it's gonna be a tough game. I wouldn't doubt they could lose it, but I'm gonna be honest. I still don't think that team is better enough without Julius Randle. I don't think that backcourt they got back there can play defense enough to beat the Knicks. That's gonna be their Achilles heel in the playoff. Donovan Mitchell can't play no defense, and my man Dennis Garland ain't a good defender. Yeah. So if Donovan Mitchell get 40, Jalen Brunson can get 40, because their cats don't stop nobody anyway. So I think it's going to be a combination of a lot of things. But I do believe the Knicks tonight, they get out there and run that ball, they'll beat these boys tonight.
Yeah,
definitely. I think they can beat these cats tonight, man.
And the defensive scheme has to change now, because before you were playing to play Randall and Brunson. Now you're solely can focus on Brunson and take the ball out of his hands. So everybody else has to step up. You know what I'm saying? You show up today, because they're gonna be doing like Miami did at the last game. They're gonna be sending people at him where they can take the ball out of his hands. So if that was the case, that's how, Grimes was able to get off and the other players was able to get off, even Hart. But I think honestly right now, the sole focus, if I was Cleveland, my focus would be to getting that ball out of Brunson's hands.
Mhm.
I would try to press him as much as possible and make him
quick trap at the baseline.
And make other people step up. And the crazy thing about it is the other people have been stepping up. It's not the team that it was in the beginning of the season when we were kind of iffy with, who was going to step up, who was going to shoot at this person. Three was falling. Now you have Grimes, shots is falling. RJ threes is falling. You have quick threes is falling. So everybody is shooting it. And like you said, Obi's percentage has increased since, this year. So, we have more weapons, but it's the opportunity. And they're always saying next man up, next man up. This is the opportunity to be that next man up and do what you got to do for the team.
Fast, Chris. Hey, real talk. Hey, Shot. And on that note, too, because, and I'm just bringing this to, because this is his pet peeve. Here's the advantage that Shaw always talk about that Knicks got over these guys. Now you're going to have to, if Obi Toppin start Shaw Powers, that means that Evan Mobley got to chase that man up and down the court on the fast break. So, he might beat you in the paint with his height and his, but also Obi Toppin will beat him because the Knicks run that pace tonight. That means Jared Allen and them cats got to run up and down the floor and chase that man up and down the floor. Tough. Yeah,
not only that, he takes off. When the shot is up, Obi is gone.
Gone.
So if you're not paying attention to that, he could get an easy 10, 12 points just off that by low.
Yeah, I mean, the changing of Obi being in the lineup is going to change the way we play basketball tonight. And I'm 100% with everybody saying that because the pace is going to be different. And I mean, like you said, Garland and them may get down there, but it all depends on how Mitchell Robinson and Hartenstein control the basketball tonight. RJ gets down there and helps out on the rebound. RJ's been awesome this year in rebounding. He's about seven rebounds a night. He's been awesome rebounding. J Hart getting down there. Grimes is a great rebounder too. Grimes gets down there, gets gritty. He's about 4, 5, 6 rebounds a night. So everything tonight without Julius Randle is all by committee. You know what I mean? And everybody has to step up. That's the basic life. There's facts. You know what I mean? And that's where I think we're going to be ready tonight. You know what I mean? Like I did say that it may be because Obi's getting into the starting lineup, it may be a little monkey, a little monkey wrench in the beginning, in the beginning of the game. But I think they'll get used to it, man. I think they'll get to it, and I think you'll see Obi tonight, in those team numbers, that he don't need to have 24, but a good 16 from him tonight with 6 rebounds. You know what I mean? 8 fast point breakouts, you know what I mean? Added to his score, with that 16 points, that's going to change the way we look tonight, you know what I mean? And you got to get out there and rebound. I don't care if he wants to shoot 25 3-pointers, if he breaks out the court and gets 6, 8 points off of fast breaks. What we need him to do tonight is go down there and get some rebounds. He needs 6 solid rebounds tonight, maybe even 7, maybe 1 or 2 on the offensive end as well.
Yeah, real talk. Like Chris said, it's all about committee, man. We just got to
committee.
You got to be the New York City gritty committee tonight. We need everybody to decrease their numbers just a little bit. So if J Hart was getting 12 points, J Hart, we need 15 tonight, 16 tonight. If Deuce McBride was getting 7 tonight, Deuce McBride, we need at least 10. We need 10 tonight from you or whatever. So everybody, they just got to increase just a little bit. Because I think they increase their number. What I'm hoping that excuse me, Jim, I'm passing it to you. Let's say if Randall was playing, Randall giving you 24 a game, and what my man Quentin Grimes was giving you 12 a game, hypothetically. So that's 36 points. So we need Obi Toppin to give us 17. We need Grimes to give us 17.
Yeah,
fact.
It neutralized the 34 points that was in the starting lineup anyway. So we need Grimes to elevate his game like he's been doing. We just need Obi Toppin to give us 17, like Shaw said. I think if we do that, and we can rebound for our committee. So now think about it. You might see Mitchell Robinson, because Julius Randle not playing, get more rebounds, because 9 out of 10.
Thanks.
Julius Randle take a run of the rebound from Mitchell Robinson sometime. You might see Mitch have 15 rebounds tonight, because now you won't have Randle taking them rebounds from him. So it got to be a gritty thing, a committee thing tonight, man. I think. Listen, I agree with y'all. They could lose the game, but something tell me. I just think that Cleveland Cavaliers backcourt to me on defense is too suspect to beat a Knicks team with a good defense like that. Because now they just get neutralized. Tonight they get neutralized. You got my man gonna get neutralized. Donovan Mitchell dropped 30 tonight. Jalen Brunson gonna drop 30. Watch. If Darius Garland is not gonna drop that because Quentin Grimes playing him on defense. You know what I mean? He ain't gonna run amok on Quentin Grimes. Nobody run amok on that dude the whole year. That's why I call him and Mitchell Loch Ness and the Block Ness monster. Them cats be locking it up down there, man. So I'm confident in that. I think the Knicks defense is better than theirs, and I think we got more dogs than they do. So why see them dogs come out tonight, G Money? I think they're gonna come out there and show and prove. I really do. I'm not just guessing, but in my gut, I'm so far. I'm pretty much 44-33 this year. So you know what my feelings anyway. I wish I was a gambler at the time, but you know it's gonna be fun, man. I think they got a chance to beat these boys tonight.
I mean, of course they have a chance. Of course, every team has a chance. That's why you tip the ball in the air in the mid circle with the center. Of course, every team has a chance. That's why you play the games. My thing is this. Again, I'm not gonna make an excuse for either team because that's what you got. That's why you have 15 men. That's what you got to play. My thing is that without Randall, also the fact that you lose another playmaker, so you have to consider you lose a playmaker, Randall, because Obi is a decent player, but he's not a playmaker, and you do lose another shot block because Randall has improved his defense this year. So that's needs to consider though, because at least Randall, even though we would never truly know in this game, is a potential that Randall could have potentially contained Evan Mobley. Is Obi going to do that with Evan Mobley though? I'm not saying Mobley is super duper, but Mobley can fly to the rim when he wants to. At least Randall has done better on his defense. Obi, he's not a great defender like that. And also, he's not. That's my concern about this game, though. And also, I mean, I know Brunson can draw a lot of charges, too, but can draw a lot of charges. But I know Grimes can contain Darius Garland, but sometimes Garland can get to the hoop, too, sometimes, too. Grimes is more of a perimeter defender, but sometimes he can be a little bit foul hardy sometimes, though. So that's my concern going into this game, though. And also, Garland and Mitchell can be fast sometimes. So that's my concern going into this game, though. So, again, we have a chance. I'm not saying we're getting blown out. I'm not saying that. I think if we would have played them in the playoffs, I think we'll beat the Cavs in the playoffs. I think so. I think if we play the Cavs in the playoffs, I think personally we would beat them. But for tonight, first game, without Randall, I think tonight, adjustment period, knowing if they're playing against a tall team. I know the Cavs don't have a Cole and Allen. It's going to take Mobley need to handle Obi needs to handle Mobley. It's going to be tough. How is Brunson going to handle Donovan Mitchell with his quickness and speed? It's going to be tough. And rebounding too, because even though we're a good rebounding team, sometimes we do struggle with rebounding late in games sometimes. So, and that's what I fear though. So that's my concern there. I'm not trying to be negative, but those are things it's just food for thought.
Here's what you think. I look at it this way. For me, I think we got enough grit. And even if Obi just say he get a first foul, then you could keep Mitchell Robinson and bring Ihart in there to play the power forward. Let them smash Mobley up for a minute all night with all that roughness and that. The Knicks they so versatile to me. Like they got guys like 4-5, 3-4, 2-1. They players is like positionless basketball team with the Knicks. You could bring Jericho Sims in there and let them bang that boy up all night long just to get him. That dude is. I think we got enough depth. I don't say I think. I know we got enough depth, Chris, to compete with these guys tonight. And I just think that one thing we else got on our side. Other than the Jericho Sims, McBride, Quentin Grimes, all the Knicks been to the playoffs on that team. Every one of them Knicks have been played in the playoffs with somebody.
We have more experience, yeah.
Exactly. They got a lot of more. They've been. Listen, if you can go down there and beat the Miami Heat the way you beat the other day, and you still had an off game from the free throw line. I mean, that Miami Heat defense team was second to none compared to Cleveland. Cleveland don't got a Jimmy Butler. They don't got a Bam Adebayo. I'm talking about dogs. I'm talking about dogs, literally. We played a bunch of dogs the other night, and we beat them boys, and we beat them decent. We still should have blew them out when we were in the midst of 12 free throws. So I think this team is locked in. And they've been proving a lot of people wrong this year. They some nights I'm like, man, the cardiac Knicks. Me and Shop Powell texted back and forth, cardiac Knicks. Next thing you know, these boys come out the second half and just get somebody to business. I think this team is built hard. They built hard, man. They a hard team, man. Josh Hart got dog in him. Brunson got dog in him. Randall got dog. RJ got dog. Robinson got. I mean, they got a bunch of Hartenstein. They got a bunch of dogs on that team, even quickly. So I'm not concerned about the Knicks playing nobody when it comes down to that part because I think we got a good team. So we'll see tonight. We'll see how it goes, Shop Powell and Chris. I think they come out there and play that defense tonight. I think Donovan Mitchell and them don't have the quality players that could really, I would say, Evan Mobley never been there. Jared Allen, he kind of been there. Garland, I don't know if he has.
Garland's never been to the playoffs, no.
That's what I'm saying. They don't got cats we got dudes who been there. You know, so we've been in games before where when the heat turns up, we got guys who can handle the pressure. And I think the Knicks gonna make that statement tonight. Like, listen, the same way we gave it to Miami. I'm not saying we win the game. We could lose the game for it, I know, but I guarantee you tonight, in my gut, Knicks walking out of Cleveland with a win tonight. I just feel it for me. I think we match up against that team well. It's not about how better the players are. We match up good against them.
Which I agree. I do think we match well with Cleveland, though. But if you force Cleveland to turn the ball over, to beat Cleveland, you got forced in the turnovers. You got to slow the game down. And to beat Cleveland, you just got to be physical with Spider and Garland. If you can hold to a half-court game, contest his shot, and whoever's bench steps up the most is going to prevail this game. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think, real quick, Chris, let me pass it to you. And we just got to put the pressure on them two guys, make them play some defense, because you could wind up getting them boys in trouble. They, we got to. Jalen Brunson got to keep bully balling and grind them. They got to put pressure on them, Chris. I think we put pressure on Garland and my man tonight. Make them kids play on the defense side of the ball. Yeah. Because it's one thing to score 40 points, but if you give up 40-something, you ain't really did nothing. We got to put pressure on these guys tonight. And put the pressure on tonight, man. That's all.
I think the biggest thing is that, like you said, we have depth. And I remember something, I know people are going to say something about Mitch and Phil Jackson, but Phil Jackson said, listen, we got these big guys and they all have 6 fouls. We're going to put them in there to use it. So even if our people get in trouble, we have people to come in to find it out with them. So, that'll take care of Evan Mobley. And my thing is, you're going to try to contain Garland. You're going to try to contain Mitchell, right? But the thing about it is, even if they get off, I would let Donovan Mitchell get his. I would contain everybody else. Because at the end of the day, he can't win it by himself. He can't score by himself. Nope. He can't score 100 points by himself.
I agree with that.
If he's don't win it, he get 40. Let's contain everybody else, because that's what he's going to do anyway. He's going to score 30, 40 points, and the best players on other teams always rise up for us. They always rise up.
I can agree with that, yeah.
So I can see him getting 40 points tonight because that's what they do. Everybody that's on another team that comes to the Garden, they want to have an excellent game. Let him get his 40, contain everybody else, because he can't win it by himself. And if we play that defense and get them rebounds, because he's not making every shot.
That's true.
The lost art of boxing out is what kills us. Because a lot of times the ball goes up and everybody's looking. Nobody's boxing anybody out or anything like that. If they start boxing out, do you know how many rebounds we can have?
Yep. Facts.
Have so many rebounds. And Mitch, sometimes the thing about it is he's so busy trying to get a dunk rebound that he puts himself out of position. There's so many times he's like under the basket where he can't get to the ball. So my thing is, we got to go back to them fundamentals. But tonight, I think we're gonna have a good game. I don't think it's gonna be a blowout. I feel like
it's gonna be close.
I think sometimes we play down to teams. We don't really come in here and try to eat. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we play like, all right, we're gonna just see how they're playing in the first quarter. No, we gotta come in and strike at the beginning, and that's usually our problem. We usually have a very slow start, and then we kind of pick it up.
Yep, real talk. You know what I like, Shop Powell, for me to enter the two. I think y'all talked about it early, but I'm from the other side. The Cleveland Cavaliers used to play the Knicks with Julius Randle. So how they gonna adjust playing without Julius Randle?
Yeah,
you understand what I'm saying? They defense scheme was wrapped around the way they played with the Knicks played with Julius Randle. So now that Randle was not there tonight, Shop, now they're gonna have to adjust to playing with Obi Toppin, and that could be a problem for them as well as it being a problem for us because we don't the camaraderie, I guess. So it's interesting, man, the way this thing might go down tonight. But I like our chances tonight, man. I really do. I think these cats can go get it tonight.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'm there with you, Divine, man. I'm waiting to see what the real starting lineup is going to be. You know what I mean? Because I'm thinking, and maybe it's just me, analyzing and being a Knicks fan, man. But you may see IQ and Brunson starting tonight.
You might.
And I mean, you might see Grimes at the 3, RJ at the 4, and Mitchell Robinson at the 5. And I mean that may be a starting lineup tonight, man. You know what I mean? That may be a starting lineup. Don't I wouldn't be surprised if I see that. But I'm also thinking, the more better part of me thinks that Obi gets the minutes. He gets thick. But we always got to take in consideration, like, if we put in Obi, who's going to be the backup for Obi? You know what I mean? When he comes out. And I mean, how Tom Thibodeau, you're going to see some coaching from Tom Thibodeau tonight, however he starts this rotation, because if he starts Obi, then we need someone to back him up. Or we can have Obi still coming off the bench with J Hard and I Hard, you know what I mean, and throw Deuce in there and start the 5 guys that I mentioned. You know what I mean? It's going to be funny how Tom Thibodeau starts this out and finishes this game tonight. So I like I said, man, the difference that we have tonight that can benefit us is not maybe, and I don't want to say this in a negative way, but maybe not having Julius Randle for this game, because I think if we get out on this team with the pace part of our game instead of the half court part of our game, get Obi out quick, 8, 6, 8, 12, 6, 8 points on fast breaks by the second, by halftime. If we're up high double digits, I think they pack it in. I think they pack it in and be like, listen, we already got the 5th spot. We ain't trying to go, we ain't trying to get nobody hurt. Donovan Mitchell ain't got to go out here and score 50 points, and we just win by 2 points. Let's play a nice, easy game. We already see what can happen with Julius Randle twisting his ankle. We do not need to see the Knicks with Donovan Mitchell hurt his leg, foot, arm, shoulder, or head. You know what I mean? We do not want to see that. We pack it in. The Knicks up by 22 points. I'm speculating. And we're gonna pack it in. We're gonna pack it in tonight. Put the starters in for the first 3 minutes. If we can't knock down the lead, then we go to the bench and let them get the game tonight. Let them clinch 6th spot. Help us out. Help us out tonight.
So RJ Barrett did say he wouldn't mind playing power forward. There was a report that they said RJ Barrett wouldn't mind playing power forward. There was a report.
I would like that. I think we got the type of game to play it.
They're just too stubborn for that. I don't see him doing that.
I don't either. I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful that he didn't change our minds a lot this year. I'm hoping.
Yeah. Listen, we might
be more open-minded this year, though.
But I don't think to start. Like somewhere in the game, we might see that lineup, but I don't think to start. Tibbs is too traditional. He doesn't change it like that.
Yeah, that's why I kept saying that the reason why we starting, because he is that traditional. He's that type of coach that if I take the point guard out, I'm putting the backup point guard.
I'm putting the point guard in.
Guard out, I'm putting the backup shooting guard in. That's the way he roll. He's really traditional like that. So that's why I got a feeling that he would start Obi, because Obi's the backup power forward after Randall. He just said, well, he's the backup power forward. Now he's moving to the starting spot tonight. Or just like if Brunson go down, quickly move to the or whatever, whoever moved to that backup point guard.
Playing well too.
Yeah. So, and I like that about tonight. Like Shaw said, if Obi do start, you still could throw Deuce in there, let J Hart play the 4, move whoever up to the 2, or whatever the case may be, and bring Simden or Harkenstein, whatever. I think we got enough to do tonight. So I'm gonna go out there tonight. I got a good feeling about Friday night Knicks, man. We doing it just to get there. I got a Knicks 110-101 in Cleveland tonight. I got Knicks 110-101. I'm gonna call it the Obi Toppin show tonight. 110-101.
I'm my motto: push the pace, control the rebounds, hit our dang free throws. Please make this an easier way. This team matches up pretty well in the last 3 games. Like I said, about 101, 102 points per team. And I mean, no real blowout. No real blowups with scoring. I mean, everybody been pretty even. So I think we get out tonight. I think it'll be a good old beating. I think we'll do 108 to 99. 108 to 99. Let's do that.
100. Holla at me, Chris.
I'm gonna say 98 to 110. Okay. I think it's gonna be a high scoring because I feel like there's gonna be a lot of turnovers. It's gonna be a lot of adjustments, on both sides, because they like they have to adjust their whole game to like playing without Randall. So I think they're gonna be a little more shooting shots they probably normally don't shot. We probably gonna be shooting shots that we normally don't shoot too. So I don't think it's gonna blow. I think it's gonna be something it's gonna be 10 points, but I think they're gonna be in the 90s and we're gonna be at that 100, 102, something like that. Yeah.
Up, bro.
I do think New York will compete tonight because, like you said, both teams usually playing down to the wire. I do think the Knicks would beat the Cavs in the playoffs fully healthy, but we're feeling tonight. I'm going to say Cleveland 101, New York 99. I'm going to say Cleveland 101, New York 99. It's going to be sloppy, wobbly, both great defensive teams. Cleveland's great in interior defense. And I don't even think Mitchell's going to be the starter tonight. I have a feeling Darius Garland might have a pretty good game tonight, though. I think Mitchell has a so-so game tonight. Not a bad game, but I think Mitchell has a so-so game tonight. I have a feeling Darius Garland might have a big game tonight. Just a weird feeling tonight, though.
Okay.
He's due for a big game tonight. So I think Garland's going to be the starter tonight. I got Cleveland sadly tonight, 101-99.
Yeah, you heard it, man. Knicks will talk game day. Divine Shaw. You got G Money Chris in the building. The Knicks about to get it popping in a minute. Salute to the chat. That's where it's at. Everybody, salute to the Knicks Morning Group crew once again for allowing us on the show today. Appreciate you for that. I'm lit, man. I'm ready to get this thing popping.
Ready.
I'm ready to get it popping. So listen. Yeah, hold up. I'm with you, sister. I'm on you. You know, you got to have
Knicks. Come on, Knicks. You proving me wrong all year. Prove me wrong again tonight.
I got you.
Man, much love, everybody. Y'all enjoy the game. And Knicks got the Russian with us Sunday. We'll be up in the building, man, and let's get it popping. 19 Con got Knicks 117-103.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hope I'm wrong tonight. Wow.
That's a good one, man. Like I said, this team, Knicks got some players out there, man. I think our bench might outdo them tonight. I think Josh Hart might run amok on
He Rose tonight.
Right. Because they had him
possible, but I don't think he's gonna come back. I doubt it.
Might see Fournier too. Don't sleep.
It's a possibility.
Don't sleep.
Pointed with Fournier. I thought he was gonna do something this year, but I guess I don't know. You can't hit the bottom of the barrel. I don't know what's happened. Like,
hey, Chris Fournier said, "I got 18 million. I'm good."
He happy on the bench.
I got 18 million. I'm straight. But listen, man, everybody, man, let's go get it popping. Nick's about to get it. We see y'all, man. Appreciate y'all coming in. Chris, you know what it is, man.
Go New York. Let's go.
Come on, stay up in here with us, man. We appreciate you, sister. Real talk, G Money. You know how we do. So I love. Stop Powers, my brother.
Y'all ready?
I see, man. Peace, everybody. Enjoy the game. One.
Let's get it.
Time for Divine Shot, KJ events. This real talk's the brand. You understand how we do, my man. I'm on that Friday night Nick shit, dripping in Nick shit. Up in the world, most famous arena with the clip. That's the conglomerate. The Knicks real talk, the real prominent. I'm a bit like the Omicron variants, dominant. Paying homage to the cats in the chat. That's where it's at. Cause I'm hearing that. You don't care for hyperbole, you straight facts. We interact with the mob, the gods. Up in the pod, the squad, the side. My entourage be on the job, my energy. Feeling tipping and temple as they cook my game plan. That my brand for loop and pursuit. Going hard like the New York City gritty committee. Cause that the Knicks we know is pretty, but we all stay giddy. But we afraid the fan base hit the links, Anthony Mace. We drink the logo when there's airspace that appear like Squarespace. Staring down on the Chase Bridge, look at that Knicks City drip. Infinity dashes on the court, looking pretty legit. I stay true to the orange and blue. I thought you knew for him a few bars to shine like Star Divine to Mount Mars. Knicks real talk. Here we go, let's go.
Knicks real talk right here. I'm representing
Knicks real talk.
right here.
Here we go, let's go.
We here in the building.
Knicks real talk.
Let's get it.
Here we go, let's go.
Yes, sir.
Knicks real talk.
We here.
Here we go, let's go.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Yeah, for real. Yes, sir.
Let's get it.